welcome. Today I'd like to talk about creativity. I bought a couple of new books. You know, I am constantly reading books, right? I bought a couple of new books lately I want to recommend to you. Plotting Astonishment by Theron Christensen. I thought this was just magnificent. If you're interested in learning new magic, or buying a book that has magic tricks in it, probably not the book for you. If you've ever wondered, though, how people go about creating original magic, I think this is an excellent way to start. Just to give you some idea here, this is his table of contents. He says he has a chapter on each of these. Novel magic is rewarding. There's nothing like the feeling of creating an original effect and presenting it to an audience and having an audience receive it positively. It is very rewarding to do creative, original magic. Novel magic is surprising. Audiences have not seen it before. Imagine being on a platform with 5 or 6 other magicians, and the magician before you does the linking rings, and you go out and do the linking rings, and the magician after you does the linking rings. Well, if you're doing original magic, that's not going to happen. You're presenting something that audience have not seen before, and so there's automatically an element of surprise in it. Novel magic is ethical. Ethical. You don't want to steal someone else's material. You can't do that if you're doing original magic. And then he goes on to dealing with inspiration, which most of us are probably, where do you get inspiration? Where do you find ideas? So he has 5 different exercises, 5 different chapters on generating ideas for novel magic. So I just loved it. Plotting Astonishment. It's a fantastic book. I highly recommend it to you. In the back of the book, he has a bibliography where he directs you to some other things. Among those in his bibliography is Joe Bruno's 12 Steps to Creative Magic. Now remember, Joe Bruno was one of my mentors in the Society of American Magicians Assembly 6. And he gave me that book. I looked all over for it. I think it's in a box downstairs somewhere. I have the book. It's available for sale. Please pick it up. It's a great book. He also recommends Daryl Fitzke's The Trick Brain. This has been the standard for creative magicians for many, many years. I highly recommend that you pick it up and read it if you have not done so. He also recommends Magic and Showmanship by Henning Nelms, another classic that is a must-read. By the way, this is, I believe, a Dover edition. So, hey, folks, you can pick these up really inexpensively, and they're worth picking up. So anyway, folks, Plotting Astonishment, wonderful book, highly recommend it. This is another book. It's not necessarily on creativity, but what this does is it takes the ideas in this book and shows you what happens when they're applied. This is called The Maker Magician's Handbook by Mario, and I'm going to spell the last name, Marchese. I certainly will not be performing any of the magic in this book, but the reason why I recommend it to you is that it is a journey in creativity. The book is filled with how to I mean, it's like reading Martha Stewart Does Magic. You know, I mean, it's this guy takes everyday objects and creates a magic show out of them. And it's a good show too. I mean, and he really gives you a living illustration of what creative magic is. So I want to recommend this to you as well. These are not expensive books. The Maker Magician's Handbook, Plotting Astonishment. If you're interested in developing a creative show, and it doesn't matter if you're a mentalist or if you're a traditional magician, it doesn't matter. The rules of creativity apply no matter what kind of magic you're doing. So I highly recommend these resources to you. Please check them out. Folks, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate that you do. Please comment down below. And please subscribe if you have not done so already. Hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much. I will see you next time.